My name is Shane. And I work in the finance department.
Well, KARE decided to get involved with Project Search because it's a very good way of working towards getting employment for people with intellectual disabilities. The vision of KARE is that people with intellectual disabilities are seen as equal and take part in their own community in the same way as everybody else. So one of the things that we work on a lot with people with intellectual disability is trying to find employment for them. So when we heard about Project Search, we felt an internship programme would be a really good way of doing that, given that internship programmes are very popular now in both the public and the private sector. Project Search was founded in Cincinnati Children's Hospital in the US. I think it was co-founded by Erin Riley and Susie Ruskowski.
Naas General Hospital were approached by KARE in 2013 to become a host organisation for the programme and agreed to a business-led collaboration plan to introduce the first ever Project Search to Ireland. Once Naas General Hospital understood the programme model, we didn't have any reservations about coming involved in Project Search. Our slight reservation would have been in securing 10 departments to become involved in Project Search, but we were able to achieve that very quickly. And some of the departments in the beginning would have had reservations in relation to the tasks that could be completed by the interns, but that was quickly overcome with the advice and support from Project Search.
The interns arrive in between 9:30 and 10 into the training room. We sit together and we teach the curriculum, which is the FETAC Level 3 Preparing for Work. We get together as a group and we talk about how the day went, was there any issues, and what was easy for some people and what was hard for some people. Initially, myself and Wendy provide intense training with the interns down in the departments. Each intern has a folder down their departments as well, which has a step-by-step task analysis of each task. They can use this for support. There's also a timetable in their folder, which can be done in a written format or a pictorial format, depending on the intern's level of literacy. The coordinators are also always on site and available if the interns need it. They also have their colleagues there available if they have any questions. And then we've also noticed that the interns themselves as a group are a great support to each other.
The support that we offer to the departments is that we are on site when the interns are working in their departments, so we're constantly able to link with the managers and the staff in the departments, and if additional support is needed for the interns, we can go and give that support. I've noticed many changes about the interns since they commenced the programme. They grow in self-confidence, they build their self-esteem, they're very enthusiastic and motivated about the work that they do, and this is evident by low absenteeism. The project gets the most out of people with who have intellectual disabilities. I suppose taps into their skills and to their interests and their creativity as well.
My name is Paul Delaney and my department is all speech and language and dietetics.
Our intern undertakes many clerical tasks, and this really helps our office to run very smoothly, and it has ultimately resulted in the speech and language therapists working here in the hospital having more time to spend with patients. They've been independent with complex and systematic tasks really by the end of week 1, and they have demonstrated consistently good time management and organisational skills.
Well, we've lots of benefits with Paul coming to work with us, but I suppose the main one is that he's taking an awful lot of the administrative work off our hands, which is great. Because we're dietitians, we obviously would rather be on the ward seeing patients and getting that type of work done. So Paul is great. I think for those who maybe hadn't experienced it before, maybe their eyes are opened a little bit more, so that, you know, this is a fantastic project to get involved in, and I have to say we've all really enjoyed it, and I think just the fact that he's such a breath of fresh air.
Sometimes I do a bit of computer, like they discharge the patients, and sometimes I help the physio, help the patients do their exercise or them back onto the chair, to the wheelchair as well. I think the photocopying would be my favourite, yeah, and delivering, because it's a lot busier.
In the occupational therapy department, the benefit of having a KARE intern is that they carry out a lot of the duties that the occupational therapy assistant would do. Our occupational therapy assistant would provide support to all the occupational therapists from both a clerical point of view and from a clinical point of view. So the KARE intern would actually take some of the duties of the clerical side of the OT assistant's role and carry them out, and this in turn then frees the occupational therapy assistant up to see more patients and to do more clinical input. Is very rewarding for the staff to see the improvement in the KARE intern from the start of their placement and how they progress from the start of the placement until the end of the placement, and very rewarding to see the delight in the KARE intern themselves and the progress that they've made throughout the internship.
It was great having the intern with us because they were very professional and hardworking, and we had a lot of support. It was lovely to see the interns develop in their communication and socialisation with other members of the team and becoming very much part of our team by coming and having tea breaks with us. The on-site coordinators were a huge asset to us in that they helped the interns develop, that they could actually take on new roles within the department.
Shane has been involved with KARE since he was 3. When we went to a meeting to find out about Shane's future from the daycare, looking at potential work solutions for him, Peter mentioned Project Search, and I was a bit sceptical at the time because I didn't know what was involved, and he suggested that we go off and have a look at some of the videos that were created from the States, and I found it absolutely, utterly inspiring. Because there's adults with intellectual disabilities that had careers basically and living in as part of the community, and I thought if they managed to create any element of that within Ireland and certainly in Kildare, I thought it would be absolutely superb for Shane to go through that. The independence that it gave Shane was dramatic. From the difference from originally from September up to about the end of October, began to see a different boy growing into a man, really.
Well, I think there's been a really vast range of benefits for the interns. First of all, they've felt part of Naas General Hospital, which is a wonderful thing for them. They have learned a vast range of skills going through all of the various different departments. But I suppose really importantly, they've felt included as a valued member of each department.
They had to set me up to do it. No one knows how to do everything. Call it Trish and Wendy. They're the best.
To get a job. I just love it.
Well, I'm more confident now, because when I first started it, I was really nervous, but once you keep going at your jobs every day, you get well used to it.